It's mad fucking frustrating to sit here and have to fucking pull my mask down in public just to
Yeah,
unlock my damn phone. I'm like, I just want to use my finger again, man. Like
I
they didn't
know.
think that through. That's why when
I,
they be like Corona's like a virus that was like planned, I'm like, no, it's not planned because like
I
if
don't think so.
because people would have been run if iPhone if they still had that's why Android kind of beats it out still with like you can do like the little patterns and shit. But
Mm,
even that's stupid because like what if you forget the pattern?
you fucked.
You're
Full
never
restart
gonna
of your phone. Delete everything. Start from scratch.
like your
Unless you
phone's
could do like a backup. I don't know. I haven't been on Android in a while.
yeah, no, I haven't been on Android since I was
What I
like
can say though is I hate it the most when I'm in the grocery store because I
mm-hmm,
gotta wear my mask in a grocery store, but I have
mm-hmm.
the list of my groceries on my phone. So
Yeah.
every time I'm walking through the aisle and my phone locks, I can't just look at it, go back to the list. I have to take my mask down, look at it again,
Mm.
unlock and then get to the list. Just the whole thing. So they really didn't think that through.
No, and I mean it's cool. I mean, I'm trying to figure out why I keep my phone locked in the first place. And I'm like,
That's
it's not like
privacy. You just don't want anyone to just be able to get in at any point.
that's true too. But it's like how often
Some
you around
security.
people? Ah,
True.
yeah.
People
Yeah,
treat
true.
their phone like it's their most valuable item, so I don't think they're letting it around people that they couldn't
Yeah. They,
would get that close to get in the phone, get everything they
yeah.
needed.
Yeah. Because like you can put your like your cards in your phone now.
It's your whole wallet, and now I think I can't remember which state, but they're putting your driver's license and your ID in your phone, so you don't need a wallet anymore. Like your credit card's in your phone, your ID is in your phone. My car insurance is in my phone,
Oh yeah. My girl's
so
car
I
insurance too.
don't.
Yeah.
It's like I really don't need my wallet, but you
I
keep it
mean,
for
hopefully,
traditional sake, for paper sake.
yeah. I hope they stop shooting niggas though, if that's the case. Because if so, niggas ain't got to reach
Good
in the glove
luck.
compartment. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. Reach
Now
for
it's
their
on the dash.
wallet.
Now it's on the
Reach for.
dash.
I
Here you
know.
go. Like
Can't
if
say I'm
niggas
reaching for something now.
exactly, but nah, I don't know. Cops is going to shoot
They'll
regardless.
find another reason. And what's weird is, speaking of that, is like now that weed is legal, you see cops trying to find new reasons to pull people over
Mm-hmm.
or to have that interaction because it's not like the weed is a suspicion anymore. I can't get you for that. That means nothing. So,
Yeah, no. I mean, I think up here, like you just can't do it in public, which is stupid as shit. But
mhm,
you can have it, which is dumb. It's like, okay, if I'm allowed to use it, I'm allowed to grow it. Like each person can have like 6 plants in the house. And I'm
that's a good
like,
amount.
yeah, like and like so like right now, like there's three of us here. Well, if including my son, there'd be four. So I could have
He's not even
20
18 yet. I don't know if he would be. That's swindling the system. If you got him growing plants, he can't even speak yet. He
I can
can't even
have
walk yet.
24 plants up in here growing. But you telling me I can't be out on the porch and smoke my shit. Like I think that's just dumb.
I mean, I think if it's your property, you can, but like
It's not
public
public
places, like you
property.
can't go to like a park where kids is playing and smoke up. So
Oh well, I get that, but people will do cigarettes though. Like, what's the point at that point?
that's
You know what I'm saying?
it's in that gray area because it's like
The
it's
only
not
thing,
states, but the
yeah,
Fed is like chill with
hmm
that. But the states is like,
yeah,
yo, rock out. So
yeah,
the world
exactly.
is in chaos, man. The world is in chaos. And that is why I hate it here. And that's perfect place to start. It's your boy
Mm.
Russ.
It's your boy Kev, man.
And we are back, episode 3. Talk more
Hmm
bullshit. I got a couple topics for you, and we just run it down from there. But we start off. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Man, I just woke up from a nap.
That's a beautiful thing.
I finally had some McDonald's today,
Oh man, how long has it
and like,
been? I know you've been
uh,
off that. You've been eating
I
on the
mean,
on
like
the real.
I've had like a burger like once a month.
Okay.
But today was
Okay.
the first time I actually had a burger and fries. So like,
Full
because
combo.
they have like the nutrition calculator on there. So like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, okay, for one meal for like the middle of my day, because the rest of my food is like it doesn't even reach past like
Hmm.
300-400 milligrams. I was like, I could do it, and like I passed out,
Oh
and
my
like
God.
my my son was right
What'd you
next to me
get though?
because
What was the meal of choice that you was using your points on? Quarter pounder?
I got a McDouble without cheese, ketchup,
Okay.
pickles. That just because those things are like very salty. So once you
Hmm.
take those things off, like it works out fine.
Okay, so it's
Um,
the salt you're trying to avoid.
exactly, exactly.
Got
I
you,
mean,
got you.
sodium is what it's called, right? Because even salt is not sodium. Salt has sodium. Like
Hmm.
1 teaspoon of salt has 1,200 milligrams of sodium, and
Damn,
that's like
a
80% of your
lot.
whole day right
Yeah,
there.
then you should.
So it's like, so I try to take out stuff that I know is super salty, like ketchup. I have a no salt added ketchup, which is perfect. But
Mm.
I took out the ketchup, I took out the mustard, I took out the pickles, and I took out the cheese because I just wanted like
I
two
mean, the cheese
fucking.
is where it's gonna hurt. The cheese is
They
that's
still
the
put it
glue
on
to,
there.
you know?
They
Oh
still let
wow.
it on
The
there, but then,
disrespect.
but like
The
I still look at.
disrespect.
But I was like, because I was sitting at like 800 milligrams, but I was like, it went to 9 because of everything, and I was like, all right, whatever, like
Do you
cool. I
have a
was like,
counter, like a calculator app or
mm-hmm.
something that you're using to
So I do, but I don't use it. I just keep track of it in my head. Only
Mhm.
and it's easier for me only because like I meal prep during the week, right? So I know what each serving of what I'm cooking,
Mhm.
is because legitly like we don't order like that. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to order because she's like, I can't have everything. And I'm like, you can order for
Yeah.
yourself. It's fine. Like, I don't mind. You know what I mean? But we meal prep so I can keep more in control of, my serving sizes or whatever. And
Smart,
like,
smart. It's
because
organized that way.
exactly. So
And then
because
you
of that,
know
like,
exactly per dose, like you're dosing yourself out like medicine. Like each of these is gonna be this much
exactly.
milligrams and
Mhm.
protein and whatnot. That's
And
dope.
I
That's dope.
and I put enough in there, like, because I like ice cream sandwiches. I like certain types of things. So like, you can like, know that this is for the day. And you like, I'm still on a diet, so to speak. But if I want a
Hmm.
little something, like I had a bag of Fritos this morning, I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
No, you get your little snacks in, you get
Yeah.
your little
As
treats
long as
in.
it's not an everyday thing. But
Are you getting down to a certain weight, or are you just
uh
trying to, make sure you on a up and up?
I am trying to get down to a certain weight because losing weight will help with the high blood pressure and stuff like that.
True,
My
true.
my
Black
blood
people got to
pressure
take that
is,
serious, man, because
yep,
once we get older, you realize you got your grandma genes, or you got your granddad genes, and you got the gout now, or you got fucking high blood pressure, high cholesterol.
it's
You
insane,
know,
dude, because you're sitting there, you're like
one day you
every
good.
single dude, like the amount of sodium itself by itself. Like if you could deal with sugar to a certain extent, you know what
Diabetes
I'm
is
saying?
real too, though. You
It
gotta
is
dose that one out.
exactly, but
Everything is
like
trying to kill you when you get to a certain age, I feel like.
But it's only here though, because like when you go to and it's only because we try to preserve so much food because we're so
Hmm.
gluttonous with what we eat. Like other
Exactly.
countries, like they'll buy bread like 2, 3, 4 times a week, but it will be
Yeah.
gone because they actually
They
eat it.
gotta eat it
We'll
with
buy
every
one.
meal.
We buy one loaf of bread. That shit lasts in there for like a week and a half. It has a
Yeah.
due date. I'm like,
Make a
why
couple
does our food have it
sandwiches.
exactly? Why does it have a due
Yeah.
date? You know what I mean? Just eat it in a
Eat
timely
it.
manner so you won't need
Right.
like all the
Buy
extra preservatives and
buy
shit.
what you wouldn't buy what you will eat so you don't have waste. And we're also the
Exactly.
most wasteful people here too. Just in
Yeah, we
America
ain't
or for it. We're just
America.
consumers, bro. We're just consumers.
We ain't shit, bro. Like we sit here all the time and we sit here talking about this is a great. I mean, it is a great country to live in, but it's
It is,
like
but and that's what's messed up when you think of like the human rights issues that are going on, like, and I guess we could go straight there, just the disrespect to humanity that goes on around the world. We are we're in the first world, so we're lucky, but it's still fucking bad, bro. It's still like horrible things happening.
dude, when they was doing
Horrible,
like the
horrible things
protests and like I forget where it was because there's so many protests that happen now.
every day, all day. This
Like
is a
that.
this is a police state and a protest country.
And then like even the UN was like, yeah, I brought out tanks and stuff on these protesters. Like for what? Like that's a violation. But there's nothing happens. Nothing
No.
fucking happens. And it's just like we sit on like this whole high horse, like we want to police other people and their countries and all this
Hmm.
bullshit. And it's
Bringing
like,
you
yo,
democracy. We're gonna help. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna every time. It's every time. Every time the same story over and over every time. And it's
and
just
it's like you can't even clean up your own streets, bro. Like this shit's fucking stupid. Like this whole thing now with all the Haitians at the Del Rio living under the fucking bridge and shit. And like I
that's
looked at the
crazy,
pictures
bro.
and I'm like,
I
yo, this is like slave master shit.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
beyond it's 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 different now because it's other people from another place coming here
Mm-hmm.
and them doing what they did when they brought people here to begin
Yep.
with. Like it's like a weird circle of history, but with different
Mm-hmm.
people. And just Haitians just get it bad, bro. Haitians just get it bad, like
Dude,
just over and over, man. Like
dog,
historically over and over.
when you are like the first black country to gain your freedom by just murking niggas just because you
Off the
was
rip.
like he was just like, you know, we're
Now,
fucking tired of this. Like this is not what life's supposed to be. Like it is a punishable offense for the rest of their existence by the rest of the world. That's like everything is based off systemic racism, everything's based off oppression. So for them to be the ones to be like, yo, fuck all of this with force and
with
actually gain their
force
freedom,
on
like
on half of a small island
oh, half of it,
because
bro.
they share the island with the Dominican Republic. People
Mm-hmm.
need to know that it's an island. And what you're talking about is the Haitian Revolution. The Haitians were the first, I guess, black people or people of color to get their revolution from to get their freedom from the oppressors, I guess,
With
with
the
the
French, yeah.
French. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of Haitian culture is mixed in with French culture because the French people were ruling over them
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. And even after they got their freedom, like which literally they killed French people for, that it was a literal bloodbath across that
Mm-hmm.
island, just murder, straight force. They were like, yo, we not about to be no slaves.
No, it wasn't. No.
We not cool with that. It's not about to be our history. And they fought for their freedom and they earned their freedom, which is like
Mm-hmm.
the ultimate respect towards a culture. But then since that point, it's been just corrupt
Like,
governments, corrupt
mm-hmm.
politicians that try to lead them and
They
unify
got
them.
fined. They got fined by France for like multiple billions of dollars because of the
Right.
fucking revolution, and they were ordered to pay it
Which
back.
is which is
And,
the most idiotic thing. If I fight for my freedom and I win, I don't owe you money for being free now. But somehow that deal went through and they end up paying debt to France and
for
they were
what?
never able to get stability. And then, when you're a weak nation, other countries try to come in and manipulate your government to get
Mm-hmm.
your resources. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, it's literally a tale as old as time. And then with the hurricanes and the earthquakes and just the poverty and the
Mm-hmm.
violence and the people are leaving that country. They're literally telling you when you look at these interviews and these fucking dumbass reporters are like, why did you leave Haiti? Why did you leave there? Why did you bring your kids over here? It's like, you
Yo,
don't
and that's the
think they would
wild
fucking
part,
stay home if they could? Like,
and
they
and
are
that's
dying. They are
that's the wild
dying.
part too, because like this country was built on motherfuckers leaving their country because of like war, starvation,
Fucking
all this other
religious
shit,
regions,
and
money
it's just
reasons.
and then like you're sitting there and this is like yo like
It's
I mean we all knew that this whole country just fucking bullshit and like now we got like like it's fucking stupid because I sit there and I'm like we're so contradictory to whatever we want to be. And it's been like that from the
mm-hmm.
beginning because, like, when you think about the so called motherfucking forefathers and they're sitting there and they're like, oh, we want freedom for all except
Right.
niggas. I'm like,
And fine print at the bottom. They're like,
except niggas.
if you come from any culture that is not what we include to be white, then you may have a harder time in this country than others. Like
Like, all of them
it's
motherfuckers
small in
own
the bottom.
slaves. You know what I mean? Like
Straight
a
up.
black person's 3 foot, like it's just not you niggas. And it's just like,
Point blank, literally
and
3/5.
And it's like now, like I think fucking slavery was abolished in like Mississippi or Alabama, like in like the 2000s,
A
bro. Like
couple years ago, yeah.
it
I know
wasn't
what you're
even
talking
out
about. It
of
was like
the
lynching. They
yeah.
abolished lynching, and it was like in a couple years ago. It would take me too long to look up, but I just find that hilarious too. Like they're just now being like, "Hey, we're gonna legally make it cool to not do that anymore." Like, wait a minute, it
And,
was still cool?
and I'm like, yo, what? So niggas was out here still doing that shit,
Yeah,
and then it's
they
just like,
probably were.
and it's like, like we sit here and we vote for people like this. I'm just saying, man, the government we all know is just some bullshit.
Absolutely, absolutely. We won't
They
sugarcoat that in the slightest form. In the slightest
like
form,
it's like
across the board.
it's stupid because it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republicans because like I see a lot of people be like, "Oh, I miss Trump." I'm like, the only reason
For
why you
what?
miss him, the only reason why they miss him is because at least his bullshit is honest. He'll say it to you right in front of your face, right? But when you look at like, Biden and Kamala, and I'm saying this as a
Hmm.
person who voted for these motherfuckers, because I didn't want Trump in office. Because I'm like, yo, like the rhetoric that he was bringing and all that other shit was like detrimental
Just
to us,
chaos.
to a country as already.
Chaos.
But then, like when you're looking at like these new age Democrats and stuff like that, it's like you talk to people like they are fucking stupid because you got a degree, you got an education, you want to sit here and talk down to people because you think you know better, all this moral, this inclusivity, blah 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 blah, all this fuck shit. And it's like, no, you're a fucking piece of shit. You're still a politician. You're still playing the game. You're not
Simple as
in here
that.
to do it for the people. You in and do it for like your self interest. And like and it goes all the way to the top. Let's look at Kamala Harris, right? This motherfucker was in California locking niggas up for weed. This bitch
And
went
then
on the
switched
fucking
up.
Breakfast Club and was like,
Yep.
"Oh yeah, I inhaled." Bitch, then let them niggas out.
Switched it up real quick.
It's like let them niggas out then if that's the case. Like, what's the fucking point? Like, dog, like it gets so frustrating because like you see like people from other countries, they come here because despite the bullshit that goes on in this country, it's
Hmm.
way better than what
I
they go through on a
know.
daily
I
basis.
know. I know. Can you think if you lived in like Afghanistan or you lived in Iran and you send your kids to school, but then you couldn't because the school got bombed the other day? Like,
That shit's
we don't,
insane, bro.
we have a
Dude,
disconnect.
we get a fucking like I said, I went to McDonald's. You get a full meal for $8. There's motherfuckers who can't even eat for 8 days.
For real.
And it's
That
just
$8,
like,
it would take them a month and a half to earn that $8.
and then like motherfuckers is sitting over here like, oh, like everybody can like for the most part get a job and everybody can do the
Mhm.
standard third.
Uber,
Motherfuckers can't make no money anywhere else, bro. This is the only country where you could become a millionaire like that. But like you
a
have all
quick
this
hustle, a quick
opportunity.
scam.
Yeah, you have all this opportunity, but it's like we're a shitty ass country,
I
man.
know, and it's
In so
still
many
not good.
regards.
Like when you think of all the possibility, and then you see these third world countries that are struggling and like they gotta walk to the well to get water and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then you could just hop in your shower or I
Every
was
fucking
just
day,
I
dude.
was
Like
just saying earlier,
we take that shit for granted on so many different levels, dude.
it's
And
so
it's
easy to. It's so easy to. I was saying earlier, I ordered my Uber Eats and I was just like, wow, I can't live anywhere else. Like I could
you
get
can't fucking
anything
do
I
it.
want on demand at any point from any place that's reachable to me, and I could just
And
press a
you don't
couple
even
buttons and have it. And I don't
and
even
you don't
think of
even
it
have to
anymore.
give the person a tip up front.
I don't have to look at them. I don't have to see you. I don't have to even know who you are, other than them sending me your picture and your name and your car and whatever. Like I
And the
don't have to
license
know
plate,
at
yeah.
all. I just wait, get my food, eat, and repeat the cycle. So we have it so good here. We have it so good. There are so many luxuries and opportunities, but there's still so much more we could do as far as human rights and
Mm-hmm.
just human dignity across the board. It's like humanity just stopped caring about each other.
And like, dog, think about it like this, right? This is also like the stupidity of this whole shit. We got motherfuckers running around here talking about don't give me a mask mandate, don't force me to get the vaccine, all this, that, and the third, right? This is the same group of motherfuckers, or a portion of them, sitting in fucking Texas talking about you can't get a fucking abortion unless
I
somebody
know.
rats you out. They get like 10 or 20 grand for this shit. It's like, fam, if you do not want to be forced, and these are people making the laws and saying some of this bullshit, right?
Right.
If you don't want to be forced to take a vaccine that could potentially save your life, okay, you make the choice. That's your body, your fucking choice. But there's
Absolutely.
bitches with fucking Texas who need abortions because like they gone through
All
a
them
traumatic
strippers,
experience.
all them strippers that's
All
down
right,
there shaking for Drake, and they getting knocked up by them ball players.
dude, and like
Who play on the Houston Rockets? I know they knocking up some
nigga, you see,
strippers, man.
I'm trying to
And
be serious as fuck, and you sitting
I'm
here playing
just
fucking
saying,
games.
just saying. There's
But
a lot of
it's like,
strippers down there in Houston that need
and like
procedures.
and then all these women who like they go through traumatic experiences and all this
That's
shit,
their
like
choice. They
that's
should
their
have
choice
that
to
choice
do it.
too.
And you
They
gonna
want the
be like,
choice on the vaccine, but they don't want the choice on women's bodies. You know,
it's like, who the
it's
fuck are you,
the
dude, at
hypocrites,
this
man.
point to sit here and tell somebody what to do with their fucking life? It makes no fucking sense, bro. It's
It's
like, yo, this
hypocrites,
shit is
man.
ass backwards, and
I
it's
was
just like
just
it's
I was
stupid.
just going over I was scrolling over on Reddit, and somehow I ended up watching these school board meetings like all across pretty much the South for some reason, like Texas, Florida. These school boards are having these meetings because they're mandating, masks and stuff, or they're mandating vaccines. And the
Mm-hmm.
parents, they go into these school board meetings and they literally like start to rage. Like this one clip, she was reading some passage about anal sex and stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Like
Was she
trying to
white?
tie it. Yeah, they were. She was. I mean, I didn't want to make that a race thing up front, but I'll let people put the details together and gather their own opinion on that. She was just screaming about, anal sex and stuff. And then
Now hold up.
another lady was screaming about Jesus and how he made
No,
oxygen and noses to breathe and stuff. But
all
like,
right.
it's
Listen,
just so much going on. Like, people
white
just are
white
having a hard
middle
time.
white middle class parents are a different type of terrorist
Karen,
organization. Like,
Karen, man, the Karen mafia is strong.
fam, and they've been like that since forever, dude. When there was rock music, they was in the schools. Oh, we don't want
I
Satanism in the
know.
schools. Like, yo, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, any single time, like,
Did
there's
it
some
to
shit.
Eminem when he was rapping about killing his mom or something like that, or calling his
Yeah.
mom a
Mm-hmm.
bitch and all of that.
Yep.
They will
And then
burn his CDs,
and
and
now it's Lil Nas X. So like,
they will find someone they need to target.
and it's like, why can't you just sit in your fucking house, take your fucking pills, drink your fucking wine,
All
and mind your
right,
own goddamn
your
business?
sangria at 4 in the afternoon when you drop your kids off at soccer. I just think it's bored, man. There's a level of boredom out there, especially for, again, I don't want to make this a race issue, but I feel like Caucasians, they seek a thrill in life that maybe minorities or other people of color don't seek. So when they
Oh,
do
that's white
certain
privilege.
things, yeah, okay, absolutely, you could say that. Because then when they do
It's
certain things, it's like, why? Who acts like that? But then when you think of a person who has been
has
living at a
certain.
standard in life,
Mhm.
it's like, why wouldn't they act like that?
And
So
obviously, we're not going to say everyone. You know what I'm
no, it's
saying?
not a generalization. That's why I said I didn't want to make it a race issue, because I'm
But
sure
like,
there are fucking
but
people
even
of
but
other races that act up too.
But even white people, they be like, yo, they be wilding out the fuck sometimes. You know,
Hmm.
niggas be wilding out too
Oh no,
sometimes.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
That's been
saying?
a established standard of absolutely.
like
Anytime I hear
every
a story, I'm just like, please, I hope he's not black. This is some nigga shit, ain't it? Some nigga
like
shit. It's like
everyone
the
got
crate
their shit.
challenge, and I first started seeing that, I was just like, oh
Oh
yeah, this
man,
is
that
some
shit
nigga
was dumb.
shit.
That was some. Oh, bro, yo, there was a story I was reading on Instagram before we move
Hmm.
on, right?
Hmm.
So this dude went to this party with this girl. I sent you the fucking story yesterday,
Hmm.
and
Oh
like,
my God.
yo, he went to this party with the girl, and then he was like, yo. We was at the party. He was texting his homeboy. He's like, "Yo,
Right. So
I
this is
came to."
just to preface, this is a conversation between two friends, while one friend is at a party and the other
Mhm.
friend is, I guess, at home, or like, just
Under
chilling. So they're
quarantine.
texting back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead.
So then the homeboy at the party's like, "Yo, fam, like, I brought this girl with me, and then she
Hmm.
started talking to other niggas, And then they went upstairs, bro. And he was like, "What the fuck you mean they went upstairs?" He's like, "Yo, I
Right.
think they about to knock her shit in, bro." Like, and I
Jesus
came with her.
Christ.
And homeboy's like, "Why don't you just go talk to another bitch and just leave?" He's like, "Nah, son, I came here with her." I'm like, he's like, "Yo, nigga, I need you to come through." And he's like, "And do what?" He's like, "I'm gonna fight these niggas." And I'm like, why? Dude's like, "You gonna
Yeah.
fight if they smash her shit in, you gonna get your ass beat by two naked niggas."
Jesus
And
Christ,
he's
man.
like, yo, you better come out here, boy, bro, before I air this shit out. He's like, bro, you don't even have a gun.
He wanted to shoot up a party with no pistol over a girl that he came with that left with two other. She didn't even leave the party. She
He
literally
went
just went to another
upstairs,
room. And
upstairs, bro.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
he's like so heated that he stopped texting him for a while. And then he texted him afterwards. He's like, bro,
Like,
you
yo,
good?
what
He's like,
happened?
yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, you going? I'm on my way home. He's like, oh, you drove? He's like, nah. He's like, nah, I'm taking the bus. Because
Jesus
I want to go fight them
Christ.
niggas and they knocked the shit out of me, so I
They
can barely
beat you
see right.
up.
And like, yo, his friend
They
ain't
beat you
shit
so
though.
bad you can't even drive home. So now you sitting on public transportation with a
Fam,
swollen eye or a headache or whatever you got because you tried to fight two naked dudes that got it in with your girlfriend. Like it's just all of it is a bad
and
scenario.
that
It's
wasn't
all a
even
bad
his
scenario.
girlfriend, dude. That's the crazy part.
I
That
got
was just his date.
see. This is when I wish I
Now,
would
if
have
that,
Twitter because I got follow up questions. It's like. Did you know this girl? Did those girls know those guys already? Like, did she
yeah,
plan that? Or
that's,
like,
yo,
did
yeah,
she
that's what I'm
just drop
saying.
of a hat, just like, all right, I'm gonna do this right now and just leave you because
How do you
I
walk
need
into a party?
backstory. I need more.
How do you walk into a back party with one nigga, then you meet two
Hmm.
other niggas, then you letting them two other niggas blow your back out while the other nigga
Jesus
downstairs? Like,
Christ.
yeah, like yo, hoes
It's
is
all
something else in this
bad.
day and age. Hoes
I
is
don't
something
even
else in this day and age.
see. Oh yeah, if she was with that dude, then yeah, she definitely a hoe for that. But I don't want to say she is until I know more because what if they were just friends and she was like, oh yeah, let me get a ride to this party, and then he thought like, oh yeah, I'm with her now, like because dudes is weirdos too. I won't put it past a
No,
dude
one hundred
to be
percent
weird.
dudes is weirdos. But fam,
So
there's a certain etiquette though. If you went to the party with one nigga, that's the
uh,
nigga that you're supposed to chill with at the party. That
I
doesn't
assume
mean
so. Yeah.
that you don't speak and you don't vibe with
You
other
don't
people. It's a
right,
party.
right. But you
But you
just
do
this
not
is who
go
you came to rock with.
upstairs
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
to
After
get
that post once that point is incurred, then yeah, you gone. Because
like
now you just knocking off two dudes at a crowded house now. Like it's mad people at a party and you just in a room getting knocked off. Like, come on, like where's
and,
the etiquette?
and here's like the fucking point, the craziest part of the story. His friend was like, so did they start fucking her after they beat your ass?
You know,
And then he apologized. He's like, you know what? My
uh,
bad, my nigga. That's a bad question to ask at this point. And then the other nigga was like, dead
yeah.
ass, bro.
Yeah, because you don't want to get that's the last I would rather damn, and it's kind of weird to say. I would rather fight a guy with clothes on with a knife than to fight somebody naked, than to fight another man naked. Like I'm sorry, I would just if I had to choose if I was between two who I'm gonna fight, I don't know how I would fight a naked man. Just
And you know
I
what's the
would
craziest
it
part
would
too?
just be me not trying to
And you know what the craziest part is too? You know she continued to fuck them niggas
yeah.
afterwards, bro.
Oh my God.
You know she did. She's like, oh, these
And then
niggas
what
beat
if the
this nigga
whole
for me.
I know she was with it too.
I feel bad. I feel his pain, but at some point, you gotta be like, yo, man, you guys gotta be. I hate to say this phrase, but you gotta man up, bro, and just be like, yo, this other
There
bitch is
is
in
a
here.
yeah, man. Or just leave the party. You never take a L that bad where you go fight two dudes.
Because now
Like,
you gotta go back there the next day to go pick up your car, and you probably know the niggas who
oh
live
my
there, and you know
God.
what's crazy? Them two niggas probably still there the next day.
Think I'm like, oh, that's old boy that was he ran up on hey, this is my
Yeah.
rule. This is my rule. You can never be mad at a man for giving what a woman gave him. Like
No, you can't.
if he came on to the girl and was like forceful and tried to do something to her, then of course you could be mad at that dude. But if that woman chose to be with those men in that moment, that is that woman's choice, and that woman has that right to make that choice. Like, you got to take that L, fellas, and you got to remember, swallow your L's down deep, choke them down with alcohol, whatever you got to do, but you just got to take those L's, and you can't
because
act
at the end
out
of the day,
and make those mistakes, and that'll end you in some worse trouble than you intended to.
Like, sometimes you got to mitigate the risk, but also like niggas just have to choose the right chick, and that's what it comes down to too. Like, you just gotta choose.
Life is choice.
You can't, like, you can't sit here. It's hard, but you gotta vet these people, man or women, dude. You gotta do it.
Life is choice.
Because if she's about that life, dude, you do not go out with her. Because she gonna get
or
her
you should have got yours off before you were out in a place where she could just bounce on you. Like, that's weird. Like, that's why I wonder. There seems like there's more details to where she would literally just in the middle of a party go stop talking to you, go talk to these dudes. Like, it's not even one guy is just finessing you. Two dudes, like, and they running the choo-choo on the train tracks.
They're going like, back to back, nigga, like the Bulls in 95, 96.
Yo, that is some Law and Order. Dun, 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 dun. Like, I need
that's
to
some
know.
Wild shit, dog. Like, I feel his pain, because a lot of it comes from pride. Like, niggas are prideful.
Yeah.
Like,
that's all it is. That's all it is. Pride and ego, man. When your ego take that hit and your pride can't cope, you just.
And I'm glad he didn't have a gun, because he probably would have aired the shit out and made it worse for himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The most. We seen the Boondocks when nigga moments happen.
Yeah.
A lot of nigga moments happen with just slight misunderstandings, or even in this scenario, over women or money or drugs, and people can't take that L, and they ended up shooting up the party and simple house party, and all shit goes wrong, man.
And speaking of niggas shooting up shit, what the fuck is going on with Tory Lanez?
Oh man, I really don't know. I really don't know. His last social media post was saying he was going goodbye, or I'm out of here. It's been
real or something.
It's been real. Okay. People are speculating he's going to jail. Your boy Tory's out of here. I wanted to speak on that mostly.
You know why?
Go ahead.
I think it's because he violated the probation at Rolling Loud, because Meg was there. And he was there, and he was in the but the thing is, though, I blame Rolling Loud for this, and this is why, and this is another reason why I think it's fucking bullshit.
Tell me this. I want to hear this. You blame Rolling Loud for allowing him there?
For not putting the right precautions for the shit to happen. Because, like, people can have different dressing rooms. People can walk through the different parts of the venue at different times. You can coordinate this. Like, for you to sit here and fucking tell me you couldn't keep Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez that distance from each other, and you are Rolling fucking Loud, you just want niggas, like, mad shit happens at Rolling Loud. Like, niggas fight, niggas shoot shit. I think there was like a shooting, like, not last year or the year before. I forget who it was. I don't know if it was NBA Youngboy. It was one of them niggas that was out there, and mad shit was going on around them. I'm like, fam, you can't have all these niggas in this building. Some of them got beef, and you ain't taking care of the precautions, bro. Like,
as far as the shooting is concerned, I absolutely do blame Rolling Loud for that, because that's a matter of safety of your staff, safety of the guests, safety of your act, safety of pretty much everybody involved. But when you got these artists that they bring their entourage, and then, they all got a shooter and someone got a weapon because they holding jewelry or they holding drugs. We know how it goes. This is the whole rap life. But in the matter of Tory Lanez, I don't blame. What happened was Meg was on the bill. Tory was not. Tory had no business being there. This is the baby. This is the baby feeling slighted by Meg when he found out that they were working together, when the baby and Tory started working together, and Meg and the baby was supposed to be close. This is all that coming back up.
Actually, let me get into that, because I actually delved into that.
But let me finish it by saying, if Rolling Loud says, "Oh, this guest is gonna come and surprise we're gonna go up off this. This is gonna benefit us." It's Tory's choice by knowing Meg is on the bill and I'm not supposed to be there. Like, why am I there? I'm not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
This
but
is a slight oversight by his team, or oversight by
yeah,
a
but are
lot
you
of
not
people.
going to
And
show up to Rolling Loud though? This is the first Rolling Loud since the pandemic. You really going to sit here and not go to the first Rolling Loud after the
if it's gonna,
pandemic?
if I'm in violation of, if I got a court order, maybe I shouldn't. Just maybe think like, okay, I'm
How
not
many
getting
of them
paid to
niggas
be
got
there.
court orders that still show up to that shit?
I'm not on the bill, so I'm not getting paid to be there. I'm simply doing it off the strength of the baby, I guess, or who knows. But
Unless he did get paid
now
by the baby on the
I'm just
side.
that's what I'm saying. But now it's just a risk for no reason now. Now it's
Yeah, I
just
feel
literally
you.
a risk for no reason. And I only wanted to speak on this because it shows like the life cycle of some of these hip hop artists, at least for some of the, at least in my mind, because when Tory came out, he was very sample heavy. He was using a lot of samples with Say It
Mm-hmm.
and all the other stuff he was coming out with, and
Mm-hmm.
it felt so derivative to me. Like I'm like, oh, here's this guy coming again, nothing original, just banking off all these old samples, and I'm just like, okay, I don't like it. And then he started coming with original music, and I'm like, okay, I can get used to it. I warmed up to it. It was cool. And then he has this incident with Meg, and it puts him in a bad light in, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, the public eye. It's towards another black woman and woman, and she's on the way up, or she's scorching hot as far
Yeah,
as
but there's
in the
mad
women's
and certain.
space.
This still nobody still knows the full story, and I'm not saying
No,
he,
true,
and
but it's
I'm
just
not
the
saying
perception.
this,
The perception is there.
and I'm not saying to rid him of any guilt, because first of all, no matter what, you shouldn't use a weapon versus anyone else, especially when no, like especially versus a woman who's defenseless and stuff like that. Like we all know that, but like
Hmm.
there's certain things that's happened in during that time, like her best friend stopped talking to her that was in the car and all this other shit. Like, and
Yeah,
then like Tory's lawyers are like, they're like, I mean, obviously this court case is taking a long time to get through, probably because of the pandemic. But like, they should have had like some court dates come up
I mean,
already.
the pandemic, and they both got really good lawyers. I'm sure Tory does not want to. If Tory's Canadian, so Tory can be either barred from coming back into the U.S., or
Mm-hmm.
something could happen to where he can be restricted. And this is where Tory gets his money, I'm sure, how many shows
Mm-hmm.
and stuff he got here. Um, if he was born in Canada, I'm not sure his whole upbringing or whatever, but but then he has this thing, and it puts him in a bad perception of society. So as just like a casual fan that's still warming up to your career kind of after all this time, it's just like,
You setting yourself up for failure at that point.
yeah, it's like, where do I go from here? Like, is this guy, is the music still worth listening to? Is this what it's gonna be? I know he got out of his deal.
Well,
I
hold
just
up.
don't,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
the
if
cycle.
6ix9ine dropped at least 2 or 3 bangers when he came out from jail, so I'm like,
Really?
oh, I think so. Listen, I know people be like, he a snitch, whatever. Listen,
Uh-huh.
I am not a street nigga by any means necessary. I am a
He
fucking
got kids.
civilian.
Now you
You know
can
what I'm
literally
saying?
say, I got
You
kids.
know what I'm
Or
saying?
not
I got
kids, but
kids.
I got a
I'm a
kid. I have a family.
I'm a family. I'm a civilian. I've been like that all my life. Some of that shit is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
He
my
keeps up
God.
single, and if he could do it, like Tory's been doing it too. Because the thing you say about his music, like with the samples and stuff, like the Chinks tape, like I enjoyed those, especially the
Right.
last one, because he
It,
incorporated a lot of the artists who he sampled from into the
who,
new joints too,
right,
and it
right.
was dope. And it's just like rappers in general, and it's never the ones, like we have a lot of rappers now who are not of that type of
Street
lifestyle,
culture. Yeah.
who are still dope at what they do, and like who don't get into this type of trouble. It's always the ones who come from that type of culture, or who bang that shit, who always
Hmm.
get caught up in some shit, and it's fucked up because
You
it's just
so
like,
true. So
because
true.
it's fucked up, because it's like, they got family to feed now, and a lot of the times it's not even the fucking artist, it's the niggas who's around them. But there's so much about loyalty between you and your niggas that you came up with, that niggas
Hmm.
is just afraid. Like when you moving up in the world, right, and like you building a business and you start off with friends,
Hmm.
you gotta understand that sometimes your friends can't go with you.
They just don't want to have a job. They don't want to be
Some
in that
will,
corporate environment.
some
Not suited
will,
for it, you know. They're
some will
suited
go
for where
with you.
they are now, or being
Exactly.
the best of them in that situation or in that world. But it's funny
Exactly.
that you mentioned that too, because I was just looking at the list of rappers in jail right now. If Tory is saying goodbye because he's either going to jail or not being allowed into the US, then, that's going to be a big detriment for his career. And then I'm just
Mm-hmm.
looking at all these other rappers that are in jail, like currently or right now for similar situations or at least worse. But Casanova,
Mm-hmm.
YNW Melly,
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Shmurda just got out, but '03
Bobby
Greedos,
Shmurda, Roddy Rebel, O3 Guido. Yep.
AR Ab from Philly, like I don't even
Yep.
he might have got life. I'm not too sure about how many cases he had,
Mm-hmm.
but Max B was in.
I
But
think
it
he's
was
still in
just,
too, right?
yeah, Max B was supposed to come home at some point, but it's just so many
Mm-hmm.
rappers that can't differentiate that lifestyle from where they were to where they're trying to get to, and only the strong survive, especially in the industry and in that street world.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like hip hop is the streets. Even though we got like the Chance the Rappers, I mean Drake ain't streets,
Mhm.
we all know that. Like Drake is the
I
biggest
mean, we
rapper
talking
right now.
spicy though. We be talking
Yeah, but
spicy.
like all niggas talk spicy when they be doing that shit. Nigga, I remember being in school and niggas used to talk about guns when they freestyle. Nigga, we in seventh grade. Nigga, I sang Many Men at the top of my lungs every single
Mhm.
time that came up. Like I had niggas
Ye-
after me, bro.
we heard because you think Get
Get
Rich
Rich
or
or
Die
Die is the
Trying
best album
is
of
the
all time.
best hip hop album of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah. But
That's
like,
you're consistent with that so far. We'll get to it, but
but you know what
you're
I'm
very
saying?
consistent.
And it's just like, like just to see these niggas, because it's like, because like, first of all, I like to see like, black people succeed in in their craft. And like to
Hmm.
see this music art form go from like just being in
Number
parks and
one
house
music
parties
genre. Yeah.
to the number one music genre in the world. And like we are still, even as a people, we are still the most imitated, the most disrespected. We are the people who is at the most at risk.
Right.
Not only just from like like street culture and all this shit, but also health wise and all this
Yeah.
other shit,
Yeah.
systemic racism and all of this. It's like, fam, we've given the world so much amazing dope shit, and the world just continues to fucking like shit on our plate.
That's why it's got to be like a matrix, man. It's got to be like some matrix that the settings are just set this way, and then we got to tweak the settings at some point, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just why I say I hate it here, man. I hate it here because it could be so much better, and there's a lot more opportunity out there if you seek them, if you flip over every stone. But
Mm-hmm.
at what loss? People putting their life on the line,
I
for their
just want,
craft, for a better life.
I just want, especially especially in the hip hop, I just want niggas to be able to get their money, feed their families, stay out of jail,
Mhm.
not get shot because mad rappers are getting
Oh
shot.
man, everybody. New
Like
York is crazy. New
like
York is getting
mad rappers is
really
get
wild.
like like for the fact that like Pop Smoke passing away like affected me so much. Like I was only like maybe 4, 5, 6 years old when Biggie and Pac, you know,
Right.
passed
It
away.
was it
Like
was young. It didn't have that impact.
it didn't have that impact, right? And we were lucky. Even when we got to our teens, we didn't really lose anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
now it's like, all right, cool. I'm in my old age now, and like I listen to some of the younger folks and Pop Smoke, he was going off, man. And to
Yeah.
see him just pass away, and then these niggas have the
In the
fucking
in the
nerve to go to his
prime.
grave to
I
like drag
know.
his
It's
thing out.
diabolical, man. It's sickening. It's sickening. I want to say too, I mean, for rappers, they could use so many tips. I feel like I have so many critiques of just rap and the genre, but dissing dead people or having animosity towards someone that's dead does nothing. It just makes you
Yeah,
look like the ultimate
piece of
like
shit.
piece of like dirt. Like you dissing someone who has already passed on like
Mm-hmm.
live their life and passed on. And now you talk down on them as if they could defend themselves or
Mm-hmm.
rebut the statement, or you could have that dialogue. But it's sick,
It's
man.
a
It's
lot
sick,
of
man. I
nasty
hated
shit
that.
going on,
I
man.
hated
It's a
seeing that.
lot of nasty shit, and it's just like it's so fucked up. I remember people got mad at Kendrick was when he was like, like, yeah, the police killing us, but we killing ourselves. People was like, oh, respectability politics. It's like, no, motherfucker, like it's two sides of a coin. It's
Very
like we
true.
got a system after us, and then we ourselves
Or
as a
after us.
result of that system are after ourselves too. And it's like we gotta get this out of our system. Because like I do not want to see another fucking young rapper get killed by niggas over some jewelry and shit. I don't want to see another nigga go to
Bro,
jail
it's
over some
already
shit.
happened. Like, do you see, as Florida seems like the hotspot now, because I don't know why I was just scrolling through academics page and I don't know if you're familiar with a rapper, Spot 'em Got 'em. He did
Nah.
like that beatbox song, doom doom doom
Oh,
doom,
I did
and
see. I
everybody
did
did that
see.
dance, and
I
he
did
ended
see
up
the
getting,
article for it. Yeah.
yeah, he ended just getting like shot up, or the car got shot up, and it's just like it's real out here, man. The lifespan of rappers, the life cycle of rappers, and
And
I just
this
felt
is
like Tory
only
was that perfect example of like if it is really over for him, if he's saying it's over, it's like, wow, I'm just getting used to your music, just getting in the vibe of
mm-hmm.
you. You get into this incident and now it's over. So like just the life cycle is like, damn, I really hate it here. I
And
really hate it here. It's not so many timeless classic artists anymore.
no, because like they're in and they're out, and it's just like these are just young niggas trying to get out the hood, bro, and they doing it through music, which is beautiful. Music is a beautiful language in itself, and to see like niggas who like go
Universal.
through what they go through and be able to put a song together and put it out there and have people resonate with what you're saying, whether they live that life or not. It's like that's a beautiful thing. Like you've added something to the world. And then
Yeah.
now it's just like because of the choices that you made or were
Absolute. Again, back to
choices that
choice,
you were
man.
made and that you
Back
were
to
forced
choices.
into because of the society, the way society is, it's so fucking sad, bro.
Yeah, man. Back to choices. Everything is about a choice. You choose. Speaking of choices, I have a weird, at least I thought it was a very unique hypothetical situation for you. And
All right,
I'm
what's up?
let you. It's an open-ended choice, but I just kind of want to see how you think about it. I found this on Twitter by a gentleman, Rob Perez.
Mm-hmm.
Worldwide Wob is his handle, so I'm gonna give him respect on that. All right,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just read it how it's posted, and I just want your feedback, and I just want to see how you process through the scenario. Already?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it goes like this: $10 million right now in your hand, but there's a catch. First catch: a snail is chasing you for the rest of your life, and if it touches you, you die a terrible death. The snail cannot be killed. It knows your location at all times. Its only purpose is to find you. Are you taking the money?
No, because like if I'm sitting there, like I'm having dinner, the motherfucker gonna roll up on my ankle like
And you
Achilles,
done.
and you're fucking done, dog. Like what? A fucking snail, and then you're gonna be mad as fuck too. You're gonna be like, oh, I got all this money, like I'm about to do all this shit, and then a fucking snail ends you,
Yeah.
bro. Fuck out
But
of here, bro.
think
That's like the
10
same.
million?
That's
Think
like the
what you
same
could do with
thing.
10 million though.
That's the same thing with but for how long though? That's the problem. When there's a stop, when there's a shot clock on like on something at any given moment, and it's a fucking snail. It's not like it's
Snail.
anything
It's a
else,
small
dude.
snail, a small, slow snail. You can't run away. You could walk away. If you see him like down the block, you got enough time to get your keys. Like, oh, I'm gonna go across town real quick. You could get in your car, go across town, and
Yeah,
just
but
you could
it's
do
a
that for a
magical.
week.
But it's a magical
It's not.
snail, though.
It's not magical. It just follows you. It's just always chasing you, and you can't kill it. It's not magical. It doesn't
Oh,
teleport or nothing like
so
that.
it's
It
just
just
moving
follows
at the
you.
speed. Oh,
Yes,
you
yes.
can. Ah, well, if that's the case, then yeah, you can fuck that nigga. Yeah,
So
but
you're
then
gonna
when
take them. You just gotta. That means you're just gonna be on the run for the rest of your life, though. You
Well,
understand
nah,
that,
because
though,
like
even
if
though
you
it's a
think
small snail.
when you think about it like that, right? If I go to work, that's like 30 miles from my crib. Like I
Mm-hmm.
got to go a
He
whole 30
chasing you
miles.
all day, yeah,
You know what I'm
all
saying? Like
day. But you can
and my
never let
doors
your
is locked. You know what I'm saying? My doors is locked. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here's the thing, right? I can't kill it, but something else can. And
No,
if
no,
this motherfucker's
it says the snail cannot be killed. So it can't get run over by a car, it can't drown, it can't get eaten by your dog, it's always coming for you. It's on some Michael Myers shit, like
who's
always
this?
chasing you.
Niggas have too much time to think about this stupid
This
shit.
when I read this, I laughed until my like I was in fetal position. My ribs were hurting because I just thought this needs like a Netflix series. This needs like
It's
this is
fucking Gary from
hilarious. This
SpongeBob
is
just following you
for real.
everywhere and
Yeah, that's
shit.
what I thought. Like, and every time you see him, you're like, oh my God. Like, imagine you're at like a dinner with a girl, you out on a date, and you see the snail come in the restaurant, and you gotta tell this girl, like, yo, I'm sorry, I gotta leave.
I gotta go.
Like, this snail is gonna kill me. I know I'm rich. I know you like me because I'm rich, but I can only stay rich because I'm running from this snail.
What you could do is you just move to a whole different country because they ain't gonna cross water.
I mean, maybe he will. Maybe he will. It says he cannot be killed.
Can snails do that?
He might float on a. I don't know.
Nah. It can't be no super smart snail. It gotta be a dumb snail.
I'm just thinking that it's just, because it cannot die. That means it could survive any like heat, any drowning, anything. So I don't know if it could float or if it could swim or whatever. But I just know it's always coming for you, bro. Like this shit made me like.
Nah, I just moved to another country. Another one that has an ocean because it's gonna take a while for it to cross.
You gonna live on an island? You gonna live on an island?
Nah, I moved to London first, and I go to Japan and stuff, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for how long though? You would have to keep. You would never be able to stay anywhere. You will always have to have like a suitcase.
Mad slow though.
But the thing is, when he's in your area, you have to leave the area. Like you just would have to leave. Like you can't be in the same room with him and then just go over here and then just go over here.
Well, yeah, but
you're
when
gonna
you got
be doing that forever.
When you got 10 million, you can be on the move, dog. You just hop on a plane. You don't even bring anything with you. You just go. You just go.
True.
You just go. Especially
the
money stretches. Yeah.
You would just have to flip that. You would have to. I would go to Vegas for like I would. You're right. I would leave the country. I would go to like Africa. I would go to like Zimbabwe somewhere and like hold up in like a fortress. And then as soon as I see him come here, I'm gonna go back to America, go to Vegas, gamble again, flip a couple more million. Mm-hmm. As soon as he come to Vegas, I'm gonna go to like Hawaii or something and hold up in a fortress. And I'm gonna just I'm gonna build like 3 fortresses, and I'm gonna just keep bouncing between these 3 fortresses.
Exactly. That's all you gotta do. Like
that was my whole logic.
But
I just thought it was hilarious. A snail, bro, like a snail. That's like a sloth chasing you. Like
that's like the same thing with when they was asking, would you take a dinner with Jay-Z or 500K? I'm like,
oh my God,
500K, bro. I love
that. Started to annoy me too. Yeah.
I love Ho, but nigga, there's nothing. I don't. What are we? He's not gonna sign me. He ain't gonna give me a record deal. He ain't gonna give me no money. Like 500K could do so much more for me than that.
That's another thing of self-awareness. People think like just by meeting him that they could talk him into like doing something crazy for you or giving you 10 million or doing some weird thing that's better than the 500K, but it's like he's still a human being, and even more so, he's a businessman. So you got to come with the whole. Nigga.
He's like, I got a family. Why would he? Fuck out of here! Like,
you're a random person. Like, why would you think that you deserve more than the 500K from another more rich person?
That's just dumb as fuck, man. People
did you see? Haha Davis posted a picture with Jay.
Oh, he's like, I took this dinner with Jay-Z. Yeah, I love that nigga, but that shit was corny as fuck. I love that nigga. That nigga's hilarious.
The joke is burned out now. The joke is burned out. I'm tired of hearing that. We get it.
But you gotta check out Country Wayne on IG. That nigga funny.
No, oh my God, I got Country Wayne on YouTube. Country Wayne is
drip,
yo.
Oh yeah.
Drip, yeah. You know I got the money, right? You see my money, right? T, tell him, T, tell him, T.
Tell him, T. Tell him, T. I got you a Hellcat T, because you my nigga T. Yo, that nigga is hilarious.
Zaytoven,
fuck
we
with that
got
nigga.
one. We got
Yeah.
one, right?
They
You
actually did
saw,
play his joint on the
yeah.
radio too. He posted
No
that shit too.
way.
Yeah, they did. They
That's
did.
dope. He got like an alter ego uh rap persona that he could do
Fam,
funny.
fam.
That's a
This
good way to
nigga,
flip it, man.
this nigga popped up on niggas with the 2022 Maybach.
Oh, I seen in the video, right?
And I'm like,
He getting money, man. He said Facebook is a killer.
and I looked at the price of that shit. That shit's like 120, 150. And you know he
That's
got it
nice.
tricked out. And then
That's
like he bought
nice.
another house and the house is fucking huge. And I'm like,
Hey,
this
man.
nigga, I'm like, yo, you know what? He is
He
like the
living good,
motivation.
man.
You know what I'm
He
saying? Like
living good.
that's why like, sometimes I look at myself, I talk to myself a lot and I'm like,
You should
the
have those
hustle,
inner dialogues.
the hustle mentality is something I just don't have all the time, bro. Like
It's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle. You gotta live, eat, and
you gotta
breathe it. And
you got to know yourself because like if you're not comfortable doing it because you're accustomed to certain comforts, like niggas always be like, oh, if you got a 9 to 5, blah 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 blah. I'm like, fam, but they're giving me insurance, my nigga.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a different lifestyle. Listen, I got 2 jobs, all right? I got 2 jobs, and do I enjoy working? No, but
fuck no. Nobody enjoys working. No,
it's a trade for my time. No, I'm not saying that I don't enjoy my job or that I don't enjoy what I do, because there are days that I do and there are days that I don't, like anything. So, but I enjoy the stability and the comfort that it gives to me, that I'm able to afford. Like I said, I could just order Uber lunch one day, or I can, build a PC and do cool stuff like this. And so it affords me certain luxuries that I don't mind trading that work time to have these benefits and these luxuries. Like,
nah, dude,
we were talking about health before. I have insurance, so I was able to go to the doctor, get a physical. I'm reading over my charts and stuff, looking good, making sure I'm good. And it's the luxuries of my job that I can do these things. So no, everyone does not have to be a boss at all times, every second of the day, and be making these major executive decisions to feel like
because
they're
not
a human
everyone
being.
could be a boss, because there's different jobs that need to be done.
Absolutely. Someone's got to take out the trash. Someone's got to wash the dishes. Like if you own a restaurant, someone's got to wipe the tables. Someone's got to make the drinks. Like we were saying in the last episode, like just know your role and what you do, do it to an ability that you can say you did what you did to your ability, if that makes sense.
Exactly, dude. Like when I bought my $400 gaming chair, I was like, oh fuck yeah,
hell yeah, I'm sitting down all day.
So I got an OLED TV. That's just like $1,400 just sitting in my fucking small ass room. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm
doing
saying? Like,
right. I'm getting a chair. My birthday is coming up soon. I'm getting a chair for my birthday, and it's adult decisions that's just like, damn, this feels good.
Get the one I have, the Secret Labs, because they just came out with a new one too. Like the pillow is magnetic. Like the
pillow.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. I had a few options on eBay. I was looking at some not the knockoff versions.
Cheap ass nigga.
Hey man, look.
Yo, niggas, if y'all know, and listen, I love this nigga to death. He is my brother, but he is one of the most cheapest ass niggas.
If I can get it for if that's the New Yorker in me. If I can get it for a cheaper price, then let me look around real quick. I want my money to go. That's how I keep money, is I make it go further.
But you see, that's
when I spend it,
Me and you on two different scales of it, right? Like you just try to find the best bang for your buck. Right. Me, I'm like, nigga, 400, bet.
Do it, right. Fuck it, go for it.
So I'm like, bet. I'm like, I work. But there's money in the bank.
Right. I'm trying to get like that too. I was like that for the summer too, where I'm just like, fuck it, it's gonna come back. Like it's just money, I'll spend it. Yeah. So
I mean, when it comes to your comforts, I think you should, because like some of the knockoffs, like they could be comparable, but it's like I got a Secret Labs Omega chair, and I'm telling you right now, it is the best chair I've ever bought.
Flex, okay,
in my life, right?
We about to do a sponsor. Go ahead, do your commercial right now,
dude. I mean, listen, they ain't signing a check, but I'm just saying, man. Like,
yeah.
Listen, like when it comes down, because I game a lot, so like, I got the Secret Labs Omega chair, I got the Scuff controller, I got the I forget what I got these headphones that's like super fucking fire. The headphones alone cost like $200. I didn't even buy them. My homeboy Styles bought
Nice.
them for me, and then I bought the this not only one scuff controller, two of them shits. Both of them cost me 200
Scuff
plus
controller.
dollars.
What is you keep saying this? What is this?
Oh man, that's like the customizable.
See you.
So,
Oh, whoa. Which one did you get?
the PS4 Impact, I think. So the reason why I like it because the PS4 controller itself is trash.
Oh,
The
nice.
one that I got, it actually has the body of an Xbox controller, so it fits
What
better in your
is
hands. And it
what are
got
these?
paddles on the back
Yeah,
that
I was
I
about to
can
ask, what are
reroute my
these
buttons.
paddles on the back?
Yeah, so I play Destiny too. That's like my main game.
Gang, gang. I see
So
you.
like the paddles is like I can push my buttons to them, so I don't have to move my thumb to hit the buttons. It's all in the paddles. Like
So
I
you could map your grenade toss to the back
yes.
paddle, and
Mm-hmm. And
I
there's four
like
of them.
that.
So I did
I
that, and then
see.
also like my triggers and my buttons, they are not the pull sensitive ones. They're actually mouse
Mm.
clicks, so they react just as fast as a
As a
mouse does.
mouse.
Yep.
But wouldn't you, hmm, in a shooter, don't you want that reactive,
No,
uh,
you as in the
you
shooter,
want point and click?
you want the point and click because of the latency. You beat out all the latency.
Yeah, I'm not really into crazy FPS. You are the FPS OG right now, so I'm gonna take your
Yeah.
word for it. But the controllers are definitely beautiful. 169, that's a
And then
serious
and then and then,
investment.
and then if you put some stuff into it, I mean, you can like I took out the vibrating things on it because like in shooters, like that's annoying to have.
Yeah, I always turn vibration off and the
Yeah, and
motion
then
blur too.
yeah, motion blur too. And then you can change the faceplate. So like I'm about to buy a faceplate for it. That's like a
Hmm
different color because I got a basic white one, but I want like I like pink. I don't know why I like pink. So they have
Flex. Okay, I
like a
see you.
cherry. They got like a cherry blossom one that I'm about to get just to get.
I'm
I'm like,
looking at
yeah,
a couple
it's
designs. Okay, and you could customize it.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. And they do headsets too.
Yeah, they do headsets. I
That's pretty
forget what
cool.
headset.
Shout out Scuff. I'm about to look into that. Speaking of gaming though, I I do not I don't want to start by saying I support piracy in any shape or form,
Mm-hmm.
but I was able to sort of hack or jailbreak my Nintendo Switch this week.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can say is I have reconnected with my inner child. I've been playing Luigi's Mansion 3
Mm-hmm.
as well as Super Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the cutest and like most generally fun games I've played in a while. Like, I don't
Dude,
know
I
why, but I'm always playing like aggressive shooters or like beat 'em ups or just like violent
mm-hmm.
things or like so much action is happening. But like running through this mansion with Luigi and like little ghosts are popping out and he's being scared and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
Mario, where are you?
Yeah.
Like it's so cute and I'm having such a great time and I'm just like
I mean,
my inner child is like, wow, yes, we are still playing video games as an adult. It makes me feel good, just like I haven't lost that.
dude, like we play Monopoly on the PS4 sometimes,
Hmm
and like she be losing because I be winning. I'm nice, but like and Jeopardy too, and like we
Why
have a
you throw
Switch
that in?
too.
I hope she didn't hear that. Why you
Nah,
throw that
she knows what it is.
in?
And then like we do like we have a Switch too, and I have like Legend of Zelda on there,
Hmm
Breath of the Wild, but I find
Great
myself
game.
playing I started one of the Pokemon games on there and I actually want to
Hmm
continue playing it. And then I have like she has Animal Crossing on there too. I don't know. I might delve into it.
Another cute game. Like it's just cute fun. Like I get why Nintendo has stayed Nintendo because it's not always like aggressive as hyper masculine 2K or Call of
Yeah.
Duty or even Destiny,
It's
you
some
running,
cute
jumping,
shit.
shooting. It's just like a
Yeah.
just a run. You can go in a room and see what's going on, and the ghost will pop out, and you got to suck come
Yeah.
up in the
Mario,
vacuum and
like we have Mario Kart on there too, and it's just like
right, just racing in shells and
I'm like, this it's the most basic shit, and it's just like it's so fucking peaceful, dude. Like,
As we get older, like we lose that connection with our inner child because we're just bombarded with either so much responsibility or like
mm-hmm.
just like adult shit starts to take over at a point to where you lose that. So when you find something that either reminds you of that or you get that feeling of that, you just gotta hook onto that shit. So
No,
I'm
you have
happy
to
that
because
I hacked it.
we lose it way too quickly, especially in this society.
For
Like,
real, like
kids
your
cannot
innocence
be
is gone.
kids, and it's just like they don't like. I hate. You know what?
You hate to hear
I
say
I I hate it here
it.
because there was some fucking motherfucker on a podcast who was like when niggas was going crazy over the PS5. And
Mm.
this bitch was like, if you a grown man playing
Oh
video
my
games,
God, I know
what the
why you
fuck are
still
you
playing video
doing?
games. I
And I'm like,
know.
bitch,
They always try to do that to us. Like it's anything we enjoy, they try to take it away. Like what? It's just we can't have nothing.
I'm like, bitch, you will sit out here posted up for some makeup, for a purse,
Facts,
for a
facts,
bag.
shoes.
And then the thing is, are you always going to get the newest one when it comes out? The PS5, like, listen, I had a PS4 since 2012. I only bought a
Mhm.
new one once, and it's just like that's just
It's
like
a long term.
it's
It's a long term.
2021.
You
It's
can get
been
five.
9 years
Right. Yeah. You get at least 5 years out of a console. At
out of the
least.
console. You know what I'm saying? The most money you spend is on games, but like, listen, look, I play Destiny, right? I've been playing Destiny 2 for like the last fucking
3 years?
like
Four years?
and the original Destiny came out in like
I remember those
2013,
days.
and it's
Again,
like I've been playing the same game since then. Like I got other games
a
too, but I
long-term
always wait.
investment. It's a
Like
long-term investment.
I think the last 2 years, the first time I bought games like actually came out. Like I bought Ghost of Tsushima. I bought like the Jedi Fallen Order game. You know what I'm saying? Like I bought some of these. I bought Horizon Zero Dawn when it just first came out and I finished it. I mean, there's a lot of games now, like when they come out, yes, I buy them outright. But a lot of times I still buy them on the discounts when they come out on the discounts because 60
Hmm.
bucks per game is still steep. You know what I'm saying? But if I was making like, I don't know, like 100K a year, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm like buying games every single fucking time. You know what
This
I'm
is
saying?
this
Like,
is why I would advise to switching to PC gaming. You can still use controller, and with a lot of
mhm,
games now having crossplay, there really is no difference. But on PC, you can buy, especially Steam, you can buy the digital code to the game, and it is
mhm,
so much cheaper than
mhm,
actually buying the game from the Steam store, like as they
mhm,
call it, or from the provider. Like I can get if say GTA is on the store for $30, I can get GTA for $8 if I just buy the digital code and put that in the store and download it. Like
I
so
think I want to switch to PC at some, but I need the room for it though because I don't have the room for it.
yeah, I
But I
had to get a
do.
whole desk. That's again a long-term investment. Like these things are not just and there's so much you can do with it as opposed to just gaming on it. So
I hate when people sit here and shit on people for what they like because it's
for
just like,
what they enjoy, I hate that too, man. Because as long as you're not hurting nobody and it's not,
and you
you
mind your own
know,
fucking business, man. It's like enjoy your shit, man, because life is short. Like for you
for
to sit here
real.
and be like and like put like all these things on somebody because they're doing what they like. It's like, yo, who the fuck are you, man? Like let people enjoy their shit.
As simple as that, man. It is as simple as that. I
Mm-hmm.
hate it here, and it could be that simple. Let someone enjoy. Everybody knows the golden rule, but I just think that we don't all play by that, and that's shown with humanity simply. Just with Texas going on right now, spoke on that, and just blessings to Haiti. They still got to recover from the earthquake, from
Mm-hmm.
any kind of hurricane that follows, or
Yeah.
the government. It's just a lot of people need help right now, and starting from scratch, but
So on the last
connecting.
note, before we get the
Hmm.
fuck up out of here, did you start watching Clickbait yet on Netflix?
I have not. I have not. I have not.
My God, my
I
nigga.
will. I will. I will. I'm gonna add it to my queue right now. Is it
That
a
and then
series or a show
it's a limited series. You
or a
should watch
movie? I'm
that,
sorry.
and then you should also watch Mayor of Easttown on HBO Max.
Mayor of Easttown.
Yep. That shit was crazy. We binge watched that shit in a whole weekend. We sat there for like 6 hours just
Is
watching
it a
this shit.
series or?
Yeah, it's a
Oh, that's a
series. Yeah.
series you said.
Both of
Oh,
them are.
East
Both of them
Town.
are. I
Why am I
might
not getting
maybe
that? Is that on Netflix or you say HBO?
HBO Max. Yeah, HBO Max. Yeah.
East Town, like East and West, like
Yes.
EAST. I'll search it. What I am watching though, for some reason, I don't know how I got this into my head, but like I'm literally three seasons deep. I'm watching Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I used to watch it back in the day.
I never watched it before, and like I'm not gonna say I was a huge Seinfeld fan. I feel like I never got into it or just never understood it. So
Seinfeld's
I've
not
been
funny to me.
it's just I never got it, but I'm watching Curb, and I admit the first two seasons it's super dry humor. It's just it feels like people just arguing, and then the argument is the joke, and I'm just like I don't want to watch these arguments. But season 3 for some reason is fucking hilarious. Hilarious. Like this show is different. Like it sucks that it took me this long, and I'm kind of glad I stuck through it, but it's so good. It's so good.
You know
but
what?
I'm gonna try to catch those too.
I gotta air my grievances out right now.
Go for
We're
it.
talking about shows. Back in the day, there was a show, Walker, Texas Ranger, that had Chuck Norris on there. That shit was complete fire back in the day. I stand by it. Chuck Norris is a fucking legend. He was just
I think they did
here.
a reboot of that.
All right, this is exactly why I'm about to get.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right that's why I feel like I was like, it came to my head. Go for it.
So, Jared Padalecki, he was Sam on Supernatural with I want to say the other dude's name, but I can't remember his name.
Hold on, let me. So we got Jensen Ackles. Yes. Jensen Ackles.
Supernatural by far the best show that
CW
has ever made. Like that and like Smallville, like those two shows right there, like top tier for CW.
I wasn't crazy about Smallville, but Supernatural for sure. I feel like I might binge that too. How many seasons was that?
Oh shit, that's just like 15, 16 seasons.
Oh fuck.
They've been doing it every single year since like the early 2000s, bro. Like
2005,
they've been doing it every single year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they've been consistent. Yeah, like that's 15 years of like pure like crazy shit. Not a lot of shows.
Imagine getting $1 million. I'm sure they were getting $1 million an episode. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure they were getting $1 million an episode for 15 seasons, and you get 13 episodes a season.
20.
$13 million times
they do like 20. They do like 20. They do like 20
episodes. 260 million, like at least bare minimum. Yeah.
And you know that, and they had the same time slot Thursday. They was going against Grey's Anatomy, and like you know both
wrestling
of them
and everything.
Both of them were still getting their numbers. You know what I mean?
Grey's was big though too. Because it was different genres. It wasn't like
exactly.
Maybe the dudes were watching Supernatural for the action, and the girls were watching Grey's Anatomy for the drama, or you know, vice versa. So yeah, I'm telling you, we got to do some review segment, man. I'm gonna sign up for this editing. You know,
sort of free editing software I'm actually gonna look into today to see.
If I want to get like.
But let me get this. So I was watching this Walker. I was watching like the first 3 episodes.
Oh right. It's out already?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max. Because it was on I want to say it's on one of the networks, but for some reason HBO's parent company has it too. So it's because they own the CW. So yeah, it's on CW, and then that's why it's on HBO. Yo, and this shit is fucking trash. Bro, he has not kicked one motherfucker yet. Yo, Chuck Norris was kicking motherfuckers every 5 minutes in that show. Man. I don't give a fuck about this dude's this dude's wife died. That was a part of the first one too. I get it. But I don't give a fuck about his fucking son dealing with it. I don't give a fuck about his daughter dealing with it. I don't give a fuck about his partner and her inability to claim her relationship. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
What's happening is the CW has dramas. They're not like an action network in my mind, you know.
Yo, but that's the crazy part. Cause when you look at shows like Supernatural, The Flash, Arrow, like they have.
Oh, okay. They're all on CW.
Yeah,
I
and
thought those were
even
Fox shows. What did Fox
no,
have? Green
uh,
Arrow?
no. So no, Fox has Gotham.
Gotham. Okay, that's the okay.
That's the other one. But the CW has air.
All
They
the
the ones
okay,
that
so they
started the
do got the
Arrowverse.
action then.
Exactly. And the even Smallville has some action and drama mixed into it. So I'm like, you have the formula, and then you're gonna sit here and give me Walker, Texas Ranger, which is by far possibly one of the craziest shows in the 90s. And then it's just like it's always about some fucking dramatic shit. Like I just want to
Yeah.
see him fuck up some cases, bro. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about his home life. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't give a fuck about his grievances. I want to see this nigga kick a nigga in chest 10 times in one episode because he's a fucking Texas Ranger. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see all this whack shit.
He was kicking people in the chest with them boots on too. He was
Yeah, with
killing
them
people.
boots. Because this nigga was trained by Bruce Lee. I'm like, this nigga was kicking niggas, bro. He was out here putting boots on niggas in the ground. And I'm like, this is a show
Chuck
right
Norris.
here. And then you're going to sit here, bring it back. And then it's just like, what the fuck is this, bro? And
Chuck
this
Norris is 81 right now. He's a black belt in
is he alive?
jiu-jitsu. Yes, very much so. You think Chuck Norris is dead? Shame on you. The hell's wrong with you?
I thought he was.
The hell's wrong with you? Chuck Norris is gonna outlive you. The hell are you talking about? Chuck Norris, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, tang sudo, and judo. He was in the Air Force and he won many martial arts championships. He is a fucking legend. Very
gonna have and
legendary white man.
And Jared Padalecki, like he's a good actor and stuff. But
I mean, he's a heartthrob though, so I get why they're doing that. He's a pretty boy actor. He's got the hair. He's got the the looks. I'm sure if there's some action, they'll get a nice stunt double for him. So
yeah,
it looks like a
but
drama.
Do another show.
Like a cowboy drama.
You don't sit here and talk Texas. Fuck them niggas, man.
I know they should have did like just a cowboy.
Something completely different. Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. Episode 3.
Yeah.
I can see why you hate it here. You still got the look on your face, man. Take it easy. It'll be all right. There'll be some better shows for you. Speaking of, I see Netflix.
Actually, I was watching Malignant on HBO Max. I keep falling asleep during it because I'd be tired as fuck. That looks like it's a good ass movie. That was on there. I was watching that. It's a horror movie. I like horror movies. That's my shit.
We talked about that too. We intersect on Halloween, so
yeah,
watching Halloween. But I saw a quick article that they're doing another Tiger King on Netflix. So
why?
I don't know if he was into the first one, but I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be him from jail or something.
Speaking of Tiger King, you need to watch the episode of Ghost Adventures when they actually go do the Tiger King Zoo.
And check for ghosts in his zoo?
Yeah, that shit was insane. I ain't even gonna lie. That shit was I love the Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zach Baggins and his whole crew, man. Like, y'all fuck with them niggas heavy, man. They be going through some shit. They did the Cecil Hotel because Netflix did that documentary.
Right, that documentary.
Fam, this nigga's in the room by himself. Now I know he's by himself because he got a camera in the hallway that also showing that no one's in the hallway. Nigga, the water turns on by itself.
It's too much, man. Especially that hotel, they got enough.
And I was like, fam, are you fucking kidding me? Ghost Adventures, they be finding a lot of shit, bro. I be watching the most scariest episodes they got on there. Cecil Hotel, the Tiger King special was crazy. Route 66, where they do like a hotel in El Paso, and then they do like Ghost Man's Bridge, and like that was some crazy shit. Like if y'all like Ghost Adventures, like definitely go check out some of their shit because that shit's crazy.
Man, yeah, we got to come up with some reviews and some recommendations.
Yeah,
fuck with the ghost too, but like I said, episode 3.
We'll put it on YouTube.
Gotta get that set up. Episode 3. I hate it here. It's your boy Russ.
All right, I'm gonna go have some chicken.